Shine with Kendall Lanice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Hello, and welcome to Shine. Thank you so much for shining with me, Kendall Lanice. This and every Wednesday. If you are listening live, thank you. If you are listening to the playback, I thank you as well. You can hear Shine live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at livingtruelivingyou.com. But don't fret. If you can't catch me live, you can always listen to the playback where all podcasts live. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, even YouTube. I just ran in the house, but I am going to continue on. I just left urgent care, which I rarely go to urgent care or a doctor or anything like that because I'm clogged. My ear is clogged, and I thought that my ear was clogged and maybe with wax, and that's why I can't hear, and I feel like I'm in a bubble of some sort and I'm speaking loudly. But I went and she said my ears are the cleanest she's ever seen anybody's. And so I'm stumped. But anyway, I just ran in, but I had to do my podcast. I thank you. If this is your first time tuning in to Shine, welcome. If you always listen to me on Shine, thank you, and keep coming back. Remember to tell a friend about Shine. All right, so I need everybody to subscribe right now to Shine with Kendall Lanice, wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's from your phone, your iPhone maybe, or your iPad. Go to the Apple podcast icon, download that for free, and search for Shine with Kendall Lanice, as well as Android users. If you have an Android phone, a Google phone, download Google Podcasts, etc. If you have a Spotify account, please do that, because the more subscribers, the better. That's how I get sponsorship, you guys. If you like what you hear, leave a comment. Let people know about Shine. I'm trying to grow this podcast as much as possible, but not just trying to grow with frivolous topics. I have some wonderful topics, and I think right now I'm on episode 70 something. So I'm almost at 80 episodes in. So the beautiful thing about podcasts and them living here, you can listen anytime you want from anywhere, whether it's from your car, from your home, from your office, from the gym, while you're doing your run, whatever the case may be. But please take me along with you. All right. So our show is all about monetizing your gifts and talents. But before we get into that, we're going to get into the life note. Be right back. All right. It's time for this week's life note. All righty. This week's life note is pertaining to this subject, as all the life notes are. If this is your first time tuning in the beginning of the show, I give a life note, and that is a quote or a saying that will carry us through this show, and hopefully something that will stay in your mind forever. So, as we're talking about monetizing our gifts and talents, our life note is: your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with your gift is back to God. So your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. That is your life note for today. All right. As I stated, I'm talking about monetizing your gifts and talent. If you don't know me, I'm a transformational expert, transformational life coach and speaker, author, certified financial coach, and more. So I talk about money all the time. I talk about credit all the time, financial literacy, debt management, all of that good stuff, in addition to transformation. As a transformational expert, I believe that everything and everybody can be transformed, or any situation can be transformed. I live it. I breathe it. And my life is a testament of that. And I'm sure yours is as well. All right. So in this day and age of living your best life, as us life coaches always talk about, and now everybody is talking about that, it's time to be financially fit, free, and fed up. No more living to rob Peter to pay Paul. Get off the hamster wheel of debt, despair, and brokenness. Use what you've got to get what you need. Monetize your talents. Everyone is gifted in some area. Now is when you start raking in the cash. Get your side hustle on and live the financially free life. You want to make money from your innate talents and skills. I guarantee right now, I've been coaching long enough and on this earth long enough that I guarantee that somebody right now is saying, I'm not talented. I'm not gifted. I'm not creative. I don't know how to make money. Stop and think. Think about it like this. What can you do without thought? What can you do without thought? Discover your talents and get the cash. And when I say without thought, I mean something that you just naturally do, you're born to do. And I compiled a list. And some of these items on this list might pertain to you because I really want to jog your just thoughts and get your juices flowing, because so many people say, oh, well, I don't have any gifts or talents, or I'm not talented, or you're looking at other people like they are an anomaly, like they can do it, but I can't do it. I'm here to tell you, you can do it. Anything that you want to do, you can do it. You can put your mind to it and do it. You were born with gifts and talents. I know you might not think you are, but trust me, you were. And I just want to kind of jog your memory or just get your juices flowing, as I stated. So, are you a writer? If you naturally love to write, or you journal, or you blog, or you love to express yourself with the written word, then be a freelance writer. You can write for magazines. Now magazines are published online, a lot of them. You can be a writer for a magazine. You can start your own. You can make money writing. You can be a consultant. If you are an expert in a field, you can consult with businesses. You can consult with other people and make money doing that. Do you bake? I mean, now I'm talking about like bake, burn. Like you can really bake a cake, make cookies, pies, etc., etc., etc. If you do that, of course, you can turn your baking skills into a baking business. Can you cook? Now, I mean, not just the food that you like, not just you thinking you could cook, but have you cooked for other people and they said that they like your food, or you can cook, or you can throw down? Do you have people rubbing their feet together, smacking their lips, licking their lips, licking their fingers? Can you cook like that? Because you can turn your cooking skills into a business and make money. Now, can you sew? Can you create and design clothes? Is that something that you do for yourself often without thinking about it? Can you sew up an outfit real quick? Do people ask you, hey, can you make this for me? Can you sew on, if you can sew on a button, if you can make some pants, if you just know how to trace a pattern and learn that, then you should be able to make money from that. Can you knit or crochet? There are a lot of people making money off of crocheting skills. I've even seen crocheted bathing suits. I'm not sure how they work, but I've seen crochets, and of course the typical hat, scarf, glove. You can do that. Winter will be here before you know it. So you can do that and make money, or make, baby clothes, because a lot of the baby clothes are knitted, or, dresses. Come up with your own a line of crocheted items. Do you make art? Can you draw? Can you, get a piece of, what is that called? Like not the canvas. That's what I'm trying to think of. Can you get a piece of canvas and start painting on that? And it actually looks like something. And you know, art is subjective anyway. You can make something that you think is nothing and somebody will buy it for big bucks, especially if they're a art lover. And I talked about writing earlier, but blogging. You can blog for companies. You could use social media for companies. Social media pays dollars. You know, you can be a social media specialist. Are you always on social media anyway? You can be a YouTuber. Make videos, drive people to your videos. And once you start getting a certain number of subscribers, and people really interested in what you have to say or what you have to write, you can start making money. What about apps? All of you techies out there, do you love apps? Can you do certain things without even trying? Can you teach yourself how to build apps or websites? I know I love to build websites. A lot of people don't know that. But, you know, as I was compiling this list, I was like, dang, I could really, you know, make some websites for some folks. I mean, there are a lot of different talents that many of us have that we underutilize. What about Zumba classes, exercise classes? Can you be a trainer? Are you really into physical fitness? Because I need to be into physical fitness. I got weighed in today and I didn't like that number. Not at all. But you can be an exercise coach. You can be a Zumba instructor or a trainer. You can get your videos up on YouTube, or you can just do boot camps or take your business somewhere. Everybody wants to be in shape nowadays. Everybody wants to be physically fit. You know, a lot of people are leaving this earth because they're unhealthy or not physically fit. There is a need for you. Can you paint? I talked about making art early, a little bit in the in my list a little early on. But when I say paint this time, I mean, can you paint walls? Can you paint a house? You can start your own painting company and paint for businesses or paint for homeowners. Think about that. I mean, if you like to paint anyway, I've heard some people say painting soothes them. And so many people are really particular and really good with painting a wall. You know, something as simple as that. If that's something that you do and you find that you can do it well, you can make money from that. What about cleaning? Now, some people love to clean. You know, you can have a cleaning business, right? You can clean houses, you can clean offices, you can clean for friends and family and pay them, because a lot of people don't like to clean. And I'm not talking about surface cleaning. I'm talking about you like to get down to the nitty gritty. Your floors, you can eat off your floors at any given time. They're sparkling. Appliances are sparkling. You know, carpet is good. Hardwoods are shining, and something that you like to do anyway. And believe it or not, some people are like, shoot, I don't like to clean. Some people love to clean. So if that's you, you can make a business out of cleaning. What about throwing events, y'all? Event planning. I know I did that before also. You got to have the eye. You got to pay attention to detail, and you got to, know people. You got to network with people, and event planning. You got to have a vision in your mind. I know a lot of event planners. I know a lot of great ones, because who's not having an event? Everybody's having an event. And some people would rather pay someone to do it than to do it themselves. Some people just want to give up the money and then you go handle it. Now, the next one, do you like to drive? I know people that like to drive, and I'm sure you do too. Someone that always suggests to drive, they'll drive anywhere, and it's soothing to them. Some people love that. Why not make money with Lyft or Uber, or having your own limousine service or your own driving company? You need to think about that if that's something that you like to do, because there are plenty of people out there that don't like to drive. What about making your own t-shirts? I know people, and I know a lot of people. So when I say I know people that do this, I kid you not. I know someone who makes t-shirts. I know actually a couple of people who make t-shirts in their homes. One has a printing press and all of that. And then the other has everything that you can think of to make t-shirts. That can be a hustle. Some people make t-shirts for their families, or just the t-shirts that they like. They go to Michael's or a craft store similar, Joann's, or just find something online, a decal, a saying or something, and they make t-shirts. Now I sell t-shirts and I go to people to make my t-shirts. So there are a lot of people that have businesses, a lot of screen print t-shirts and positive sayings like I have. A lot of people are into that, and there is definitely a market for that. All right, acting. Can you act? I just directed a play over the weekend and I had a lot of beautiful actors. Can you act? Because you can make money from acting. You can go to community theaters, starting there in your local communities, and tell them, hey, I want to be an actor. What do I need to do? Or, there's no small parts in the acting world. So you can act and make money. Do you like to shop? Some people cannot stand to shop, and some people love retail therapy. So if you're shopping for someone else, that's therapy because you're not spending your own money. You can shop for other people, whether it's a supermarket or whether it's just trying to pick out someone's clothes for them. They hate to go shopping, but you love it. You can make that a business. You can be a personal shopper or a stylist if you just have that zest to be fly and that zest to want to make other people look good in addition to yourself, because you can be your own walking billboard and you can be a stylist from someone. Many people like to go to weddings. Did you know that you can be a wedding officiant? If you love weddings and every time someone has a wedding, you're sitting there crying like Weeping Wanda and you're so excited and you love ceremonies and all of that, you can actually be an officiant and conduct weddings. Now, I talked about cooking earlier, and can you cook? If you cook, you can spin it. So you can give cooking lessons to those who don't know how to cook or they don't know their way around the kitchen. You can help them just by showing them how to cook and what they need done, what they need to do in the kitchen. I think a lot of people would like that opportunity to be in the kitchen with you and to cook with you. In turn, they can make you can make some money, and then they can please their families. All right, note taker. So all you college students out there, young and old, if you take efficient notes, do you realize some people charge $5 per page to give other people their notes? They're copying their notes because think about it. If you're already a good note taker and that's what you like to do, you can make money doing that and passing your notes off, not just giving them to someone who doesn't go to class and they're rarely there. You don't just give them your notes, charge them for your notes. So I'm going to continue my list. I'm going to take a moment and just breathe and take a break, and I'll be right back. All right, now don't forget to go to Amazon.com for my latest book, The Best Gift Ever, A Guide to Loving You, Learning How to Live Your Best Life. Make sure you leave a review on Amazon.com. Anyone who does will have their book personally signed by me, Kendall Anise. Send me an email at livingtruelivingyou@gmail.com, and I'll make sure you receive your signed copy. We'll be right back. And I'm back. That's my book, The Best Gift Ever, A Guide to Loving You. As I said in the promo, it is available on Amazon.com. But I'm pleased I'll have a new book coming out, prayerfully by the end of this year, early next year. So look out for that. So if you're just tuning in to Shine and you're shining with me, Kendall Anise, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you were listening before the break, welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share with friends and family. So before I just took that quick break, I was talking about ways to make money with your gifts and talents. It's important to monetize your gifts and talents. And as a financial coach, I encourage you to do that. So I was just going through my list. I compiled a list of different talents and gifts that people have, and they really don't pay it attention because they're used to cooking, or they're used to baking, or they're used to sewing, or they're used to just scrolling down social media. But you don't realize you can make money doing that. So on with my list. And I have plenty of things on this list. Do you have a nice voice? Do you have a nice speaking voice? If you do you know that you can be a voiceover artist? What is a voiceover artist? You know, when you hear the commercials, or you hear someone narrating a play, or you hear that overlay of voice on the radio or over this commercial. What it is that person with that voice acting, but you don't see their face. So that's a voiceover artist. Or a voiceover artist can be for a cartoon, a web series. Now there's so many different things that people are doing, and they need to hear another voice other than themselves. For instance, my promo, or I shouldn't even say my promo, my intro music, I had someone, a voiceover artist, do that. When I was first starting my podcast, it was me doing that. But each moment in each show, in each week, in each month, I want to build and I want to grow this podcast. So you got to invest money to get things how you want it. If it's your business, you got to invest in your business. But most importantly, you got to invest in yourself and in your brand. So if you go back and listen to the beginning of my show, you'll hear a voiceover artist. Welcome to Shine, or Shine with Kendall Lanice, real talk for real people. Let's shine together. Right in the beginning, that is a voiceover artist, and people make money. I paid for that. So that's something that someone would pay you for. Can you sing? Now I'm talking about sing. Not the prison, but your voice. Can you sing? Because if you can sing, there are so many opportunities for you to sing. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get on the stage and be the next Mariah Carey tomorrow, or not. It is a possibility. But you can start locally. You can start at theater companies. You can be in musicals. You can sing for weddings, bar mitzvahs. You can sing for funerals. You can sing at talent shows, local festivals and conferences. You can decide how you want to sing. You can sing in church. A lot of singers get paid in church, going to different churches. Think about it. Anytime somebody's having something, they typically want somebody to sing. So you can be that singer around your community. Anytime that's how Toni Braxton started. She was singing for any and everything around Maryland. She's from Severn, Maryland, and she was singing for everyone. And that's how she got discovered. She got discovered at a gas station, and someone said, "Hey, aren't you that girl that sings around all the time? You sing around town?" And she said, "Yeah." And he happened to be a producer. Now, I mean a legit producer, because that does sound a little shady, but he happened to be. And if anybody remembers, he wrote Girl You Know It's True. This was before Milli Vanilli's scandal, but he co-wrote that song. And he was working part-time at a gas station. And then he was friends with, my old heads will know, Starpoint. You're the object of my desire. Remember that song sang by Renee Diggs, R.I.P. to her, but that was the band. And they were connected that way. And she ended up being, obviously, the Toni, the Braxton, living legend, as Tamar says. So just singing around could get you a record deal if that's what you choose to do, but definitely use your talents for that. What about a coach? I'm a life coach, but it could be any type of coach. You could lease your coaching skills out, whatever type of coaching you do, whether it's a life coach, whether it's a marriage coach, a financial coach, as I am, or a sports coach. or a referee. If you love sports, you know referees get paid a lot of money. Again, I know some referees. Boy, I think I know a lot of people that do a lot of different things. I guess being in this business and being on this earth, you run into a lot of people who do a lot of cool things. Organized. Shout out to my friend Janine. I see that she started an organizing business, which is right up her alley. I've been to her house. She lives in H-Town now, so I got to get over there. Shout out Janine. But she started an organizing business. And if you've ever been to her house, you know, one person or two people listening might say, okay, I've been there. But her house is always put together, not just organized, but the way she decorates and designs is really, really pretty dope. I have never told her, but I've gotten some ideas from her. And it's just something as simple as laying your books differently on a bookshelf. Something as simple as that. So that leads me into organizing and interior design and decorating. Some people just don't even have the ability to do that. So if you're somebody that loves to decorate and design and organize, my mom is that same way also. And I love it too, but it's not something that I would want to do. I'm not passionate about it. I like to do it and I like everything to look nice and be in its place, but that's not something that I love to do. That's not a passion for me. But I think with Janine it is, and I know with my mother it is. So you can make money just by organizing someone's closet, you know, and making the best of the space that's there. You can stage homes with that same. So staging a home is, if you ever watch HGTV or if you're a real estate agent or you just like looking at model homes, as many people do, the houses are staged, meaning that someone doesn't live there. They staged it the way that they wanted, thinking that people will look at the beautiful designs and the decor and say, hey, I want to buy this house. And a lot of people buy houses based off of the decorations and the decor and what it looks like and what it feels like and how it's organized, even though the items are staged. People buy that. I have a friend who is a real estate agent and he flips houses and he always stages his houses with the same color theme. Each house has the same theme and they're beautiful. And I'm sure you've gone to model homes and seen the same. Makeup artist. Now, let me tell you something. My mom has been a makeup artist as long as I've known, and I'm 48 years old. My mom has been a makeup artist for forever. She can put makeup on in the dark. But now there are so many people who are so gifted and talented in the makeup industry. Go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search makeup artists. I mean, there are loads and loads and loads of them. Some are more gifted than not, but you find your niche in that. If there's something that you can specialize in makeup, whether it's being an esthetician with dealing with skin, or you like eyebrows or eyelashes or lips or your specialty or whatever, find your niche in that and start doing YouTube videos. Now, I don't know if you know, but YouTubers make a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money with sponsorships, and they get a lot of things for free. You have some of them. My daughter loves makeup, and she has a lot of YouTubers that she looks at, makeup artists. And she tells me like some of them are getting sent to Rihanna. Going events that Rihanna has for her Fenty Beauty. Shout out Rihanna. 370 is my foundation when I do wear it. But they've gone, overseas. They've gone to different events. They hobnob with the biggest and the brightest people. They're making money hand over fist just by being a makeup artist. So of course, when you're doing a video and you're doing something like that, you want to put your personality into it, because sometimes your personality will take you where your talent will not take you. So you got to remember that just because you're talented, it doesn't mean that you'll be successful. So I really wanted to point that out. You still have to have that personality. You still have to work well with others. You still have to be willing to learn and to grow and not think that you know everything, because that really, in any field that you're in, that will take you further than your talent. Have you often wondered, how did this person get here? What did this person do? They're not as talented as me. They don't sew like I sew. They don't paint like I paint. They don't sing like I sing. How did they get there? First, because, what God has for you, God has for you. Let's make that clear. But sometimes certain people's personalities get them kicked out of rooms, and someone else comes along that may not be as talented, but they go further in that field because they're willing to be molded and shaped, and they're willing to grow and learn more. So you want to keep that in mind. But are you a teacher? Are you a natural teacher? Because I want to continue my list with that at the top, because so many people are teachers and don't even know that they're teachers. You can teach, you can run a workshop, you can build, as I said, websites and show people how to do that. So all of the items that I listed, you can teach all of that if that's something that you know how to do. So whatever you know how to do, even if you don't want to make a business as a makeup artist, you were a makeup artist back in the day. You don't feel like, doing any makeup now, but you can teach. Just like if you can do hair, can you naturally braid? Can you naturally, pop a weave in? Can you naturally cut somebody's hair? See, and I remember for years when I was a teenager, I wanted to, quote unquote, do hair. I remember a quick story. My mom, I was in high school in South Jersey. Shout out to South Jersey. And my mom would come home and I would have people in my living room lined up. 17 years old. I was perming. I was coloring, I was corn rolling, I was putting braid extensions in. I was doing everything, washing, shampoo, conditioning, all of that. Wrapping hair in the 80s, that's what we were doing, wrapping hair. And I remember for years I wanted to always be a teacher when I grew up, and I have a degree in human services. I'm a certified life coach, but I teach, I do workshops, so I'm able to do that. See how life comes right back around. But I always had a knack for hair since I was a child, and I always loved how to do hair, and I learned how to do all of it naturally. And it was just a natural gift. And I thought about going to school for hair probably about 5 different times in my life, and I never did it. I wanted to just have that professional training in the background. I never did it. But I still love to do hair. I love to make people look beautiful, but I don't know if it was a complete passion, but it was definitely a gift. So you might run into situations like that where you're like, okay, well, I'm gifted in this, but I don't necessarily want to make it a business, or not for the rest of my life. And you might come to that crossroads and decide, but of course it's up to you to decide what you want to do with your gifts. And it's totally up to you. So what else do I have on my list? Speak. As I'm speaking a whole lot now, I'm not just talking about saying words but not really saying anything. I'm talking about make money as a speaker. Go around speaking at different events. I do that. Even if you don't make money at first, do it. Build your resume. Go speak at events. Get a proposal together. Tell people, hey, I'm a speaker. I have this story to tell. Use the experiences in your life. Even if you're not a coach, or if you're not an author and you're like, hey, what do I speak about? Everybody has a life. And if your life can help someone else, you can go speak. If you were in foster care, and go to an adoption center, or go to social services, go to, somewhere, go to a school and say, hey, I would love to speak to some of your students. If anybody in here has been through, foster care, I want to give my testimony. I want to tell my truth, tell my story. Or if, you know about divorce and you want to go speak to someone about divorce, if you know about religion and you want to go talk to someone about that and sharing your stories, whatever your story is, you can share that by speaking and people will pay you to speak. A handyman. Where's my Overtons? You guys remember living single? Overton, a handyman. Can you fix any and everything? I know my brother's not a handyman, but he can fix any and everything. He can take something apart, figure it out, and fix it. A lot of people are naturally like that. I have another friend, Vince. Shout out, Vince. He can do the same thing. You can build a wall, tear a wall down, make a fireplace, make a room, build a room, fix this, fix that. You use that. You can be a maintenance man and not necessarily even having that as your full-time job, but just some money on the side, some extra income, because families are not making it with one income alone these days or one stream of income. You got to have multiple streams of income. Period. You want to have more than enough money, whether it's to save, whether it's to go on a trip, vacation, help people, buy a home, do whatever you want to do. You want to pay your bills. Hello. Can I get a hello, somebody? Even if you just want to do that, sometimes one income is not cutting it. And the average person now, back in the day, the average person would have one job, retire, and die. It's not like that anymore. So you want to think about, different things that you want to do to make money. A photographer, love photography. I do that. Photography is self-explanatory. Everybody wants a photographer for an event. It's important that you brush up your skills, get a great camera, because you don't want to give anybody less than stellar quality. When you're working these things, you want to have the best cake that you can make. You want to have the best, build the best website, beat the face like nobody else. You want to brush up on your skills. It's important to do that. Be a nanny. If you love children, everybody's looking for somebody to watch their kids. Everybody's looking but be the best nanny you can be. Teach the children, be an example. Do something before someone tells you to do it. Be proactive. Be the best. Mechanic services. If you know how to fix a car, change some oil, switch out some tires, fix an air conditioner, whatever you do, if you know how to do that naturally, try to get some schooling behind it or get an apprenticeship with a mechanic who has been doing it for X amount of years just to get the skills. Are you a musician? Do you play in church? Do you play for local bands? Do you play at local clubs? Think about that. If you're a musician or if you're a DJ, you can make money doing that. If you love music, you can make money DJing. Everybody knows a DJ, right? Sell your crafts. If you are very crafty and you make things for no reason and they're all over your house, you need to make money doing that, selling that, whether you're going to a flea market, whether you're selling it on Poshmark or at Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, eBay, wherever. Try to make money. How about resume writing? Do you make everybody's resume in your family? Everybody, I know I've made several resumes. Think about that. Several resumes. Do you make everybody's resume? You can start charging even something as low as $20 a pop to make someone's resume. You can raise the price. You can decide what you want to charge. Do you like cars? Why don't you get your dealer's license and buy and sell cars? If you got 99 cars in your driveway and you just like a lot of cars, make money selling your cars. Whew, that's a lot, right? I just gave you all of your talents, reminded you of all your talents. I just real quick before we end, a lot of people say, well, I don't have talents again. I don't have gifts. I don't know what to do. I just have a list here that I compiled and that I want to share with you about how to discover your gifts. The first thing first is you got to believe in yourself, and you really got to think about the things that you would do for free without even trying. What do you do without even trying, that you can just naturally do it. And if someone will ask, have you ever been to school for that? Nope. I just naturally know how to do it. Second, you want to ask the people who know you, hey, what am I good at? Because if you don't know what you're good at, believe you me, they know what you're good at. They will say, you're good at doing hair. You can really look at that event that you planned. It was so nice. It looked professional. What about all those photographs you take for Instagram? Look at that. You take a good photo. Show me where my angles are so I can have this selfie. Or look at the backgrounds that you use. Or you cook. I mean, the way that you make that macaroni and cheese, those are gifts. You might think, oh, that's just something I do, but those are truly gifts. Number 3, don't underestimate yourself. If you think you can do it, you can. And also, number 4, I would suggest again to take classes and try different things, because sometimes you might not know that you're gifted in an area unless you try. So I always enforce education, taking a class, going back to school, adult education, or even going to workshops and seminars just to get a handle on different things so you can see what you actually like. See a life coach like me, number 5, because I can help you. I help a lot of people really discover who they are or rediscover who they are, and give them, and I don't want to say give them, but I give them a sense of, I don't want to say it like that. I help them see their purpose. I'll just say it like that. I help them discover their purpose, because sometimes people of all ages really haven't discovered their passions and their gifts yet. Number 6, what do you spend your money on? Think about what you pay other people to do. What do you spend your money on? What excites you? Because sometimes you can find your gift in that. If you spend your money on shoes, then maybe you can be a shoe vendor. Maybe you can just be a stylist just with shoes. Think about what you spend your money on. Number 7, what do you focus your attention on? So what is it that you do often without even thinking about it? Are you scrolling through social media all day long? I mean, all day long. Why don't you get a small business or find somebody with a small business and say, hey, I'll post for you. If you're on Twitter all day, or some sort of social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, say YouTube, hey, I'll post for your business. And it's hard to keep up with posts. Most people get their business from Instagram. A lot of people get business from Instagram and Facebook and some sort of social media outlet. So people want to continuously post so people can see their gifts and their talents and what they have to offer, what they have to sell. So you can be that person who does that. When you do a podcast and it's just you, it's a whole lot of talking, but hopefully you guys have learned. You guys have learned something. I'm looking at the clock and it's ticking down. So I'm trying to get everything in the last, minute or so. But thank you so much, guys, for listening to Shine. Thank you for shining with me, Kendall Anise. Don't forget to tell a friend or family member about Shine. I am the little podcast that could. I like to say that this is a life podcast because I deal with all things life. And it's important because everybody wants to live their best life, right? And that's what it's about. So please don't forget to subscribe to Shine with Kendall Anise. I thank you so much for tuning in to Shine. I'm here every week. If you want to listen live, it's Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it then, you can go back and listen to this show and all past shows anytime you want. It's your prerogative. You can do that. But remember, you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim your shine. God bless. Peace.
Shine with Kendall Anise. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together. Shine with Kendall Lanice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.